Hi everyone, my name is Carisha Chambers and I'm a career advisor at Lone Star College. Today I'll be sharing some information about cover letters. The formal definition of a cover letter is a document that comes along with a package that explains what the package consists of. In terms of jobs, it's a letter or email that will help explain your experience and credentials even further than your resume does. It's typically personalized for each job or employer. While your resume states the facts, your cover letter is a sales pitch that can expand on those skills and experience you need for the job. This is especially important for people with little direct experience. For example, if you're applying to be a tutor, but you've never worked at a school before, you can use the cover letter to talk about your non-direct experience. This can include training other staff, your high grades in those particular subjects, and/or your direct experience managing kids, even if it was only siblings or your own children. Cover letters are usually optional, but can go a long way to showing a potential employer that you will put in extra work and have the communication skills to succeed in the workplace. To create a cover letter, you would use a general letter writing format as shown. You'll want to start with a heading that clearly shows your name, address, and contact information. While you normally do not need to write your address for resumes, it's general protocol for cover letters. Afterwards, you'll list the date you finished the letter. Letter rules vary, but generally, you will want to leave 2 to 4 blank spaces between each section. Next, you will write out their information. Do your best to find out what the hiring manager's name is, whether it's the business owner or a general manager. You can do so by looking through the company's website or by calling the business and asking. If you do not know, that's okay. Just write in hiring manager or something to that effect. Then write the salutation. Use the same recipient label you used before, whether it's a name or just hiring manager. Now for the main content of the letter. Like essays, you have different options on how to format this section. That said, you'll most likely want an introductory paragraph to start with. The middle section, or the second paragraph, will expand on the skills and experience you were hoping to talk about. You'll end this section of your letter with a conclusion that thanks them for taking the time to meet with you. I'll be covering this section in the following slides. Finally, you'll end the letter with the sincerely and your signature. For added effect, you can scan an image of your signature to the letter. When submitting a cover letter electronically, you would attach the document via email or upload it on their site. If you intend to use an email in lieu of your cover letter, you'll want to remove the headings. Since cover letters are personalized, you'll want to make sure you state what the title of the position is. You can also state where you learned about the position, especially if you were referred to the job opening by a friend who works in the company. Finally, you'll write what skills and experience you have that you will share in the next paragraph. This is to ensure that the reader knows you're qualified for the position. You can also list an accomplishment or recognition as well. In the second paragraph, you'll talk about the skills, experience, and accomplishments you mentioned in the first paragraph. You can share a particular story, expand on skills you have, share your previous experience, or talk about an accomplishment. This is where you would break down a particular duty or responsibility you had before and connect it to the ones the new job has. For the last paragraph, summarize what you said and why you'd be a great employee. Thank them for reading the cover letter and let them know you will be following up or how they can follow up with you. Here's another version of a cover letter. You notice that the top section has a different format style that uses less space. We suggest to use the same heading you used for your resume for consistency. You'll also notice that the content of the letter has bullet points. Bullets are a great way to list out accomplishments and recognitions, but can also be used for skills. Once you're comfortable with what you want to state in the letter, pick the formatting style that best showcases your abilities. On this slide, you'll hopefully notice multiple grammatical errors, typos, and other mistakes. The text shown is a snippet of what a person may write at the beginning of a cover letter. Go ahead and pause your video to see if you can spot all 10 mistakes. Were you able to find all the mistakes? Like a double-edged sword, if you use a cover letter incorrectly or make a mistake, it can backfire and cost you the job. Many hiring managers will outright reject a candidate for any errors found on either the cover letter or resume. The logic is, if you can't properly represent yourself, why should the manager trust you to represent the company? Here are some general tips to remember. Cover letters can be in document format or email. If you use an email, make sure to remove the headings and type in the subject line. Stick to 1 page or less. It's better to be short and sweet. Do not say the exact thing as your resume. Managers don't have time to read the same thing twice. Make sure you have the correct names and information. Double check everything. Don't overshare or try to explain work gaps, etc. Keep it relevant for the position and stay professional. Be confident. No need to write down what you perceive as your weaknesses or past issues at previous positions. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, the CAST Lab is here to help you with any career-related needs. Feel free to contact the advisors and make sure to follow us on Instagram.